It's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariam Longe, and with me, as usual, are my beautiful co-host. Hello, TMO Speaks.
So
Good morning.
Is still feeling like I just arrived.
Yeah.
You don't have arrived.
Just arrived.
You're still arriving.
But this is my first time having you host and about the show. I'm like, yeah. Truly grateful to God. You know, we take little things for granted, like our health. You know, we take being alive for granted. We just feel like you just wake up in the morning and you'll move.
Yeah.
And when you hear stories about those that did not wake up or those that woke up and could not move, it makes you more grateful. I don't think we should wait until you hear those stories to be grateful for life.
Yeah.
So I am grateful for life. I'm grateful for health. I'm grateful for the ability to sleep, because I've had days when I just woke up and I couldn't sleep. Time zone challenges. I'm like, I wake 3 a.m. I'm praying to God, please just let me sleep. Close my eyes 1 hour. I'm waking up 5 o'clock. I'm like, let me sleep. So I'm thankful to God. I woke up around 12. And I dozed off again, and I woke up and it was like 5 a.m. I said, wow, I actually just slept off. Little things that we take for granted. Really be grateful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very important message this morning.
Freshest.
Thank you. Oh, Amaka, fresh. My fashionista babe. Look at that. Look at the jewelry.
The earrings.
Oh,
The
yeah, I got
I'm taking
Lagos.
them in.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know. When I stopped at your shop, I didn't see this set.
Don't worry. We keep bringing them small.
It's good
Don't
to
want
have
to
you back.
overwhelm
We
you
haven't
guys.
seen you in a while.
You see, my dear, like with what she said there, we take good health for granted.
Yeah.
You know, I've just been out, and but thank God, I'm stronger, getting better every day. Because I couldn't be around people because my immunity level was like 0, so I don't pick up anything.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I had the big wedding that I've been planning for a long time on Saturday. I'm just looking at the outfits. I was breaking out in sweats. It gave me anxiety. Like, God, how am I going to wear this dress? How will I now do makeup? How will I now wear high heel? How will I no. So this is the first time I'm actually out in over a week, and I'm grateful to God. I'm thankful.
Always
Yes.
good to have you. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
to hear you
Thank you.
better.
Thank you.
Hi,
How are
dear
you?
Ramatu. Give me a gidan for Igbo.
I wanted to even gist you. Yesterday, I made, I just brought in my yaji, so it's fresh. So I did rice and beans. You know, we don't eat it with stew in the north.
Yeah.
You put that mai, the groundnut oil, you fry it with onions, you put the yaji and it's very nice. In fact, I did senti, senti like this. You know, I had very
It's
sweet.
quite nice.
I was just doing senti, I was like, what you Allah, this is just the best thing. I'm telling you, if I was eating that thing, if you ask me, like, what's my name, I would say, Top must stop I say, Amaka fresh, and because I was forgetting my name because of how sweet the food was and everything. So I really had fun. But please, I want to call on the government. That road, the road from Ogombo, that's in front of Abraham Adesanya, that whole Ogombo road, the potholes, and they are so deep. So deep,
that's
and
dangerous.
let them come and do something before our tires will leave our cars. We are
Okay, so I
driving.
really want to do
It's so
construction,
bad.
but can they just do palliative measures because of the
It's
Yes,
very
yes.
bad. It's very
Especially
bad.
for safety.
Yeah.
You look very young. The
thank
colors,
you.
everything.
Thank
the
you,
hair.
ladies.
Gwala gwale.
Oh, thank you. But you
gold.
know, sadly, you know, we're condoling with our colleague, our friend, and our dearest sister Nima on the passing of her mother-in-law. Our hearts and our prayers go out to her and her family, especially to her husband, Mr. Mohammed Zibiri. May God's comfort and strength be with you in this period. So on that note, let's go on a short break, and when we'll come back, we'll look at today's papers.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. And now let's look at today's headlines, and we'll be starting with The Nation. And the major headline in The Nation is how cuts in interest rates will stimulate economy by experts. CBN slashes rate to 27%. 14 major banks fully recapitalized. We have Federation revenue rises to 3.6 trillion naira, says NRS chair. First Lady raises 20.4 billion naira for abandoned National Library project. Amazing. Court bars Chinese firm from Osiomo power plant in Edo. National Assembly unseals Senator Natasha's office. Trump, Lula, Erdogan in fireworks at Anga Day 1. Finally, okay, no, we still have a few more. 3 soldiers get life jail for selling arms to terrorists. Ibadan Aglo for Ladoja installation. And finally, federal government to build 600 capacity hostel for Abuja Law School. Who's going first?
Okay.
What do you have?
Yeah, so I have the Federation revenue rises to 3.6 trillion.
Okay.
They said that the Nigerians' monthly revenue collection surged from 711 billion in May and to 3.64 trillion in last month, says the chairman of the Nigerian Revenue Service. You know, the Federal Inland Revenue is now, they've changed the name to NRS. So he is saying that, yes, Nigerian Revenue Service. So he's saying that he said this in Abuja. He met at the Presidential Communications team. They said that most of the money came from non-oil tax collections. They said they were the ones that experienced the sharpest rise, hitting over 1 trillion from 151 billion during the same period of 28 months.
Okay.
And they said, according to him, he said it increased considerably with receipts rising from 96 billion naira to 644 billion. They said the value added tax receipts more than tripled to 723 billion from 218 billion. Billion, that's all I'm just reading. They also said that the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission also reported their own too rose from 745 billion to 125 trillion. They said the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited contributed 111 billion in September 2025. But they are saying that the president said that the revenue projection for the year has surpassed what they had earlier on budgeted, and so this is a good one.
Okay.
We still have a precedent story.
So, embattled Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan was yesterday granted access into her office after it was unsealed at the National Assembly premises 6 months and 2 weeks after her suspension from the Senate. She moved into the office, and she also said that she was never going to apologize for her actions as demanded by the Senate and ordered by the courts. The senator was accompanied by her supporters who were barred from accessing the premises. However, the supporters will later converge at the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Abuja, where the hearing was to resume in the case, which was instead against her by the senator, by the Senate president. Yes, but it's been moved to October the 27th.
Okay.
Yes, but we all know that on July 22nd, the Kogi Central Senator who had attempted to gain access into the National Assembly premises, but she was prevented by the security operatives. But at least now, the ban supposedly has been lifted, her office unsealed, she has access. Let's watch and see how this unfolds, especially with the Federal High Court in Abuja.
I think we'll be looking at it in depth, you know, later on in the hot topics. Do you have anything?
Yes, I do. It was a story about Ibadan. What is happening in Ibadan right now? We're shutting it down for the installation of the 44th Olubadan. So, of course, there will be a lot of diversion. And I think anybody that has activities that would be in Ibadan should know that a lot of roads will be closed, but the celebration, the Oyo State... Thank
you for highlighting that.
Yes, there will be a lot of road closure for those that will be going to Ibadan. However, the good news is that it is the 44th Olubadan Rashidi Ladoja being installed on Friday. It starts from 7 a.m. in the morning, and even before then, there will be several events, activities for the ceremony. Started from Monday. They were going to have another event they had another event on Tuesday. Said that the movies, many things are going to be done. Even though the Olubadan wanted a quiet installation, it's still quiet as compared to what they could have done. Okay, you know, but, it's good news. I love the seamless way Olubadan's stool is being, there's no, usually very little rancor. The next person hierarchy just takes over, and then it's really, really seamless. And congratulations to all Ibadan people, and countdown to the Friday
I have
party.
This story, I'm quite excited about it. Is the First Lady who's raised 20.4 billion for abandoned National Library project. So they said that she raised not less than 20.4 billion naira for the ongoing National Library project. Her target is to rake in 100 billion from donors by December. Senator Tinubu announced this yesterday at Aso Villa, and she said that this was initiated, you know, around to mark her 65th birthday. She had turned 65 on Sunday, and days before her birthday, she had urged Nigerians who wanted to give her all sorts of gifts. She says, see, instead of sending me gifts, cakes, newspaper advertorials and others, convert it to cash, you know, or convert it to donation into the account that she had opened specifically to raise funds for the completion of this abandoned National Library project. She also said that the account, she mentioned the signatories to the account. The Minister of Education and National Librarian will be, you know, were the signatories to the account. So not only are we raising money, there's also accountability, you know, associate, you know, and how the money is going to be used going forward. And she explained that her motivation to raise funds for the project is, you know, it's just who she's always been. She says, my role is only to help drive support for the cause. This is a national project, and I believe Nigerians can come together to make it happen. So I like to think that the First Lady and I have a lot in common. See her garden to every home a garden project. I love that. I try and do that in my own space. You know, National Library project, like reading and whatever is huge for me. She used to be a former teacher as well. And so, you know, that, and then there was something else that was said about her. They said maybe she's doing this because for political reasons to gain favor. She said she's always done it. She's raised, she's made, you know, donations for sickle cell before. So this is something that she's always done. If there's a cause that she can stand behind, she's willing to do that. And we like that sort of stories coming from our country, you know, and our First Ladies. Let's quickly go on to the second paper, The Punch. And the major headline in The Punch is 8.41 trillion naira oil theft drains economy, fuels investors doubt. Let me take that again. 8.41 trillion naira oil theft drain economy, fuels investors doubt. Then we have strike. SANU NASU extend ultimatum. Arms racketeering. 3 soldiers court-martialed, jailed for life. Olubadan, Oyo restricts traffic for Ladoja's coronation. Lagos Cup, woman killed as container crushes tricycle. That is so sad. Pengason, Nupeng rejects government's plan to sell assets. We already taken the 20 billion naira library fundraiser, not for 2027, says Remi Tinubu. Natasha resumes at Senate, calls Akpabio dictator. 411% revenue rise won't stop federal government borrowing, says FIRS. CBN lowers interest rates. OPS demands credit relief. Do we have any?
Okay, so I have the 411% revenue rise. They said the federal government won't stop borrowing. So, you know, there has been stories around that. Why is the government still borrowing, despite the fact that, you know, revenue have been coming in? So they said the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue, that's the same Zach Adejeji, said the federal government will continue to borrow despite its revenue inflows in recent months. He said borrowing is not a problem. Is borrowing not part of the budget we submitted to the National Assembly? Was it not approved? Are we borrowing aside what was approved? These are the questions that he's asking. And they said his comment came barely 2 months after when the president requested a 21.5 billion external loan, including a $2 billion foreign currency bond and a 57.98 billion bond to settle pension liabilities under the contributory pension scheme. So we are saying that he said that the president declared that Nigeria had met its revenue target for 2025 ahead of schedule and will no longer rely on borrowing to fund its budget. However, the administration has been heavily criticized for excessive borrowing. So they are saying that with all this money, why is he still borrowing money and all? So, but he came out and he was saying that you have your expenditure, revenue, and loan in all budgets. So if my expenditure for this year is 100,000 naira, and my plan is that 80,000 will be from my revenue, I will borrow 20,000. If I have done revenue of 90,000, I am borrowing 10,000 according to what I have in my budget is what have in my budget. What is the problem with that? So what he's saying is that after he must have gotten that 10,000, that he can borrow, he can go ahead to go and borrow another 10,000 since he has not met the target.
Okay.
And also.
All right. Before we continue, let's just go on a let's go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue looking at the headlines.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he starts every day with a cup of Bonvita. Bonvita. Prepare them to win every day.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. No cubes. That's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic. And enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Guys, food is ready.
Suitable for jollof rice, stew, spaghetti, and yam portage. Cooked to impress.
No buy yam. But why? No, see, say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
Whatever you need.
What makes every order special?
From your screen.
Is it the comfort it brings to those who have given us everything? It's definitely in the rhythm they bring to life. It's the joy each order brings. We know this, and that's why for whatever life...
Down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast, play smart, win big with cash. The game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash.
Thank you for staying with us. We're still looking at the Punch.
Okay, so a Nigerian Army Special Court Martial has sentenced 3 soldiers to life imprisonment for illegal arms trafficking and aiding and abetting the enemy. So that means they've been dealing with different people. In a statement on Tuesday, the 7th Division's Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Haruna Sani, said another soldier backed a 15-year jail term. He said the 4 soldiers were found guilty of stealing and selling military-grade weapons and ammunition with some items allegedly smuggled across state lines hidden in bags of food. So the enemy is always winning. The Special Court Martial, convened by the Acting General Officer commanding 7th Division Nigerian Army and Sector 1 Operation Hardin Kaya, Brigadier General Ugochukwu Onachukwu, has slammed 2 senior non-commissioned officers and 2 non-commissioned officers. So this there are 2 non-commissioned officers and 2 commissioned officers. So this is, I'm happy that they are doing these things and they are catching them, because trust me, we keep saying that where do all these people get all this, the people, this information, kidnappers, intelligence and things. This is the issue.
Yeah, you're so right.
May God help us.
Okay.
So yes, I have this really sad story. A policeman and a female passenger were both sadly lost their lives in this avoidable accident. So the articulated vehicle, a truck carrying 40-feet container loaded with apples, was trying to make a turn around the Jora 7-Up area, and then it turned and landed on a tricycle, killing 2 people instantly. Now, when these kind of accidents happen, and we, of course, grimace, we feel the pain, we complain about it, we report it in papers, but we know it is avoidable. Meaning that the quality of trucks that are carrying containers in Nigeria are not top quality, not top standard, not international. Like, they are the rejects of every other part of the world, and they are brought here, and we now put our lives at risk. Avoidable deaths happen. We can do better.
Yes,
we can stop it. It's a commercial business.
So on the
better trucks on the road.
I agree with you. On the government side, a lot needs to be done, but also personally, the drivers I've had have always laughed at me. When I see those containers, it's either you're behind them or you're able to go past them quickly. Don't be beside them while they are trying to turn. I see actually people just like, I'm like, do you have 10 lives? You don't drive beside them, especially while they are trying to turn. You just never know.
My husband was driving in Canada and he was avoiding trailer. And I told him, you are not in Nigeria.
No, it's still the same.
You're saying you're not in Nigeria. Train station, you will take a break before driving past train tracks. Trauma. We're not normal.
Okay, let's look at the Daily Sun. Major headline: Senate Natasha resumes vows not to apologize. We have federal government wants Nigerians as Ebola resurfaces. 3 soldiers bag life sentences for selling arms to terrorists. Why borrowing continues despite 411% revenue growth, says federal government. Nigeria leads in road crashes related deaths in Africa, says World Health Organization. CBN cuts interest rates to 27%, eyes $1 billion monthly inflows, and Nupem Pegasin rejects federal government's planned sale of JV oil assets PIA amendment. Who has the Ebola story?
Yes, so National Biosafety Management Agency has urged Nigerians to be cautious following reports of outbreak of the viral fever, popularly known as Ebola virus disease, in neighboring countries. It's assured of its commitment to safeguarding human, animal and plant health, as well as the environment, and also vowed to regulate modern biotechnology and put measures in place to ensure the safe management of emerging biological threat agents. The agency also urged states and local governments to play a critical role in achieving national biosecurity and support and equip surveillance and rapid response teams, ensure that containment and treatment centers are functional and ready, and enforce biosafety and biosecurity regulations in laboratories, abattoirs, markets, farms. You know, just stay safe. Because so that, and I love the fact that they are pushing, like, just have the centers ready in case anything happens. We can just, you know, be ahead of it. Yes, please, everybody stay safe. Wash your hands. Just go extra miles to just take care of yourself.
Do you have the Pengasin Nupeng?
Yes, I do have the Pengasin Nupeng story. And at first sight, I just looked at it that, all these unions are coming against government's move to, because the government has plan to sell off some assets, the JVs that they have, joint ventures that they have within the oil and gas sector. So PENGASN, which is the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, as well as the National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, as PENG, book came out. The president of PENGASN, Festus Osifo, explained that the government owns about 50 to 60% stake in some JVs that are being managed by the NNPCL, and is asking they shouldn't sell it. So because if imagine that 30, 40 years ago, that Nigeria had sold those stakes then, that what would they have to bring in foreign exchange? He also meant that we shouldn't mortgage our future. According to him, you cannot mortgage your future and expect tomorrow's generation not to starve. He also mentioned that, think about it, that this funds Nigerian foreign exchange to manage our currency of today. And he proposed, then he spoke also about the proposed amendment of the PIA. He accused the Ministry of Finance of plotting to strip the Ministry of Petroleum of its stake in NNPCL through the back door, and he feels it's an aberration to the NNPCL. He said if they reduce this, if they do this JV and do this, it will weaken the NNPCL, and it will make them unable to even be able to pay salaries or contribute effectively to,
I agree.
you know. So I like usually first thought is, sell what we need to sell so we manage properly. Government has no business in doing business. But if it's a JV, it means that it's being managed well and it's profitable. So because you need cash flow, short-term benefits, while selling out in long-term assets, I don't think it's a good move.
Let's look at the Vanguard. 14 banks fully meet new capital requirements. This is the CBN. Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan storms Senate office, resumes duty. Tinubu seeks reform of global financial architecture. Diri, Kuka lists ethnicity, others as impediments to federalism. First bank to launch financial services for blind, physically challenged customers. Good. PFN to government, fix economy, end corruption, empower citizens. Tinubu Atiku in fierce battle for Buhari's Northern Bloc. Davido becomes Grammy voting member for 2026 awards. Insecurity, nursing mom abducted. 3 soldiers jailed for selling arms to terrorists. We've taken that, and then new PENGASN kick against federal government's planned sale of oil and gas assets, which we've taken as well. Who has the first bank to launch financial services for blind
I have
and
the
physical?
story. So the governor of Bayelsa State, they were speaking at the third annual memorial public lecture organized by the Niger Delta University in collaboration with the Founding Fathers Forum in honor of Dr. Ayepobere Ambaowi at the University Auditorium, and he spoke. The governor of Bayelsa, that's Doyediri of Bayelsa State, and the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Bishop Matthew Kuka, they identified that ethnicity and lack of respect for the rule of law are some of the impediments to the practice of true federalism in Nigeria. Of course, they're speaking concerning Nigeria, so they mentioned the nationalists, the founding fathers of the country, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, Ahmadu Bello, pursued more of regional and ethnic interests rather than promoting the practice of true federalism. So that is not something new. It's something that has been ongoing since our foundation. True. So, and those are the reasons why, till date, we're still struggling with true federalism being implemented. So, I think it's something we can review, but
yeah, it should be. Thank you, ladies. That's all we can take in the papers today. And when we'll come back, we'll look at our hot topics. Stay with us.
Stay tuned.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made,
and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty. My name is Natika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun. My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top of your view pigeon.
I'm gonna bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as he be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, no make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thank you for staying with us. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has returned to her seat as Kogi Central's representative after what she calls an illegal suspension. She insists that no one is more Nigerian than us and says she continued serving her constituents despite the suspension. Supporters praise her courage and say she proves women can challenge entrenched power and that true leadership is service, not titles. Critics argue her open defiance of Senate President Akpabio shows disrespect for hierarchy and risks isolating her and her constituency. They believe politics requires compromise and diplomacy. The incident raises bigger questions, however, about the Senate's commitment to fairness and how Nigeria's democracy handles power and dissent. Now, to join us in the conversation, we would like you to call us on 0201-635-2013 or 0902-416-3440. And you can also tweet to us at TVC Entertainment using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Ladies, I know that, we have discussed the Natasha conversation quite a bit. And on different times, we've expressed various, opinions, and we've seen it quite differently on this table. Some people have been for how she's carried herself. Some people think, like everyone else, oh, she should have been much more delicate and she should learn compromise. But today we have a new update, and some people are saying she's even more defiant than before. After all that she's been through, shouldn't she just walking humbly and just put her head down and do her work? So what do we think? Is Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan just defiant? She being arrogant? Or is this just a woman, a courageous, brave woman on a mission?
So I'm of the opinion that we do need to have defiant people sometimes. I think that every progress we've made was made by people, male and female, who chose to be defiant, who chose to question authority, question the norm, demand something better for themselves and their people, or just felt like, let's try something else. It is it is in trying. I don't know how we came about stew. How did coconuts jam gari?
Oh my
How
God.
did granules became a bread thing? Somebody just chose to try something new. And even though I those were funny analogies. Point is, I celebrate her courage in a country where we don't celebrate women shouting, where we expect, especially if you are in politics, you are seen as you were given a position, you should be grateful and just keep quiet and smile. You're just there to mark the register that we have women here. For you to now dare to be that confrontational, express yourself so well, I applaud the courage. And I feel that it is we're deserving as a nation. Women need to see that. It's good. We hear it every day. Keep quiet, bow your head, obey, submit, all of that. We hear that every time. But we need to see this too, that you can also do this and you will not die. And at the end of the day, you might just be able to give somebody courage to fight for their life. So yes, I might not like the fact that she said she will not apologize. Some people might not agree with how she still openly defiant about it, but really, she's a human being and she has the right to express herself, and we must appreciate that as well as much as we appreciate the women who, you know, find more diplomatic ways to resolve situations. So I am Team Natasha here today because I feel that I probably would want peace to reign and I would negotiate behind the scene, even though it doesn't conform with me. I'm that kind of person. So when I see someone who stands up 100%, I'm like, go up. Go continue, whichever way. Go give people are behind her, as you can see the supporters that showed up for her. So
I like the way you put that.
Should I go? So for me, I'm going to be on the other side. Like, okay, so she came into the office. What I'll be expecting her to do is, if I to be in her shoes, what I'm going to do is, if I'm a Christian, I'm going to do praise and worship in that office. Praise and worship. Muslim, I'm going to, you know, prayers and all of. The only thing that will come out of my mouth will just be positive things. I'm not expecting her to come back and still talk about what has already happened, because clearly she has won the case and she's back. So all she should just be talking about is, yes, she should just talk about the positive part and everything. Sometimes you can fight in silence. You don't have to come out and still be saying stuff and everything about what has already happened. Just fight in silence. There's a book I read one time, She Stoops to Conquer. Just calm down. Now that you are back, study the environment, look at the way it is, and then, you know, just relax in. And then use silence to pass your message as it is right now. Because she has used this method before and it didn't work. It didn't work. At the end of the day, she was suspended. So in this kind of situation, she shouldn't just consider herself. I know, yes, sometimes you'll be so angry, you're upset, you want to express yourself. But when you consider the people you are representing, you just have to calm down a bit and then, you know, look inwards and try to approach the matter in a different way. Go in, you are back to work, be happy, merry, joyfully, you know, be happy. And
let bygones be bygones.
And let bygones be bygones. Yes.
Some people may disagree, Ramatu, and say that it has worked because here she is sitting down in her office. I mean, being defiant, as you said, instead of being silent. Amaka, please.
So I used to be the queen of She Stoops to Conquer. Even on my official emails, when it goes out, you see it like under there, as She Stoops to Conquer. But I'm not that girl anymore.
What happened?
Let me tell you something, right? First of all, I applaud the audacity of Senator Natasha. Her audacious nature, I applaud it. And I believe that more women should learn from that, especially 2025 and moving forward, if we want to make a difference. Let me tell you something. If we had stooped to conquer, women will not be sitting on this table today in 2025. If women had stooped to conquer, we will not have the right to vote. We will not have the right to do a lot of things and to sit on so many tables. We are in a democratically, she's a democratically elected public senator, public servant. We're in a democracy where we all can't share the same view. This is called your view for a reason. You have your opinion, I have my opinion, there's mutual respect, and in that way, we can serve a common goal. When somebody decides that they want to treat you in a certain way, be disrespectful, bully you, you have a voice, you should speak up. And because you're not just speaking up for yourself, you represent people. So you should be audacious enough to stand up and speak up for the people you represent. If not, I don't know why you're sitting on that seat. So I applaud her. She has chosen, we're all different in our natures, and she has chosen to toe this path. And I love the fact that she has stood steadfast in that path that she has chosen, and she's seeing it through. I applaud her, and congratulations to her returning there. And I know she's going to do great things. And I like the fact that even when she was suspended, she continued to work. The amount of work she put in this period, that's a lot to say. So please, as a yes, because it's important that, like from what something Tope said, women should not be seen as that they're here to sign the quota that a woman has been given that seat, or that a woman has now represented a particular percentage has been that is a favor. It is not a favor, and I'm happy that she's doing this part. And that is my opinion on this matter. Yes.
You know, I hear you, you know, all, and I'm just happy that once again, different opinions, you know. But I would like to find out if this were to happen to each and every one of us, you know, how we would handle it. Because sometimes it's good to look at a Natasha and cheer her, hey, I'll quickly run into your house and close the door, you know. And you would hear, you know, some people say, during this, a lot of people felt that they didn't see women's support really strongly for her. Some people might say that. And then for some people who choose to do things in silence, I feel like sometimes they even get more support because you're silent, so you get more support. How would you address it if, for whatever reason, Tope, you are locked out of your office for 6 months by we are talking of your peers, so this is not your boss at work or something. Your peers sat down and said, you know what, we did not like the way you handled yourself, even though you tried to explain it. Please, you're gone for 6 months. How would you handle it?
Well, I hate injustice. Actually, I hate injustice done to others. I will fight louder for others, probably more than I would have fought for myself. That's the truth. But like Amaka said, my personality is actually more of let peace reign. That's why I'm a let peace reign person. But in recent years, like I'll say over the last 1 year, as I am new 40-year-old, in the recent times, I just realized I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want people to think you can say, Topa will just apologize. Like she's always, I don't want to be the peacemaker all the time. Even though by wiring, that's who I am. I'm still struggling with being assertive and demanding what I want. I haven't gotten there yet. So if you are, I'm in Natasha's situation as when it happened, I'll do quiet negotiations at the back and affirm what I want at the back, negotiating with the power brokers. I feel like, that's like a wise move to do. But if in the next 1 year, I probably wouldn't do that anymore, because I'll feel like if I'm looking at all the past when I've done it and all the times I've lost the opportunities that I could have gotten, and I've seen where people share weary and they got what they want. I'm feeling like being quiet does not pay you in this country. Go crazy. Trump is president because he did not send anybody. He just said what he wanted, revolted. He wasn't conforming to anything. So the world is changing from this prim proper stuff. It's no longer looking like being prim and proper is going to serve you. It might as well just serve you to be that vocal, say it as you mean it. Tell them I don't care what you think. I'm going to say my mind. I am not there yet.
Okay. And hopefully, you know, when we think about this style, we think about chaos getting out of hand. But let's go on a short break and we'll come back. We'll continue with our conversation.
Stay tuned. Your view.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name is Uwi Balogun.
My name is Damilola Banire. My name is Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top of you, Pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When they find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't use signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby no dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Thank you for staying with us. We're still discussing Senator Natasha's return to the Senate. I have a question for you, Amaka. You know, you had earlier talked about how you used to be the stoop to conquer woman, but you're no longer that woman. But I know that for women who have chosen to go the defiant route, it doesn't come cheap. It comes at a cost. And how many of us are willing to pay the price? We saw what she had to go through in the interim before she finally got to her office. She was dragged, she was called names, you know, there were allegations of all sorts of things against her. Are women really strong enough, willing to pay that cost, or you think it's just lip service? I'm no longer woman stoop to conquer. I'm defiant. I'm rude. But you get a pushback. Are you willing for that pushback, and or has that ever happened with you, and how have you handled that?
Okay, so before the break, as you know, we talked. So I'm going to put in line with the question you just asked me. We talked about like if being defiant or that is going crazy that gets the job done. But then I want to make a valid point here that regardless of the fact that Natasha had a voice and has a voice she's not gone crazy. She has not lost herself. She's not she's still done it with a lot of decorum.
Okay.
Right? We need to understand that for the fact that you want to own your voice, you want to speak out against things that you regard as being disrespectful or bullish, doesn't mean you should lose yourself. You can do it poised, looking beautiful and and pretty and smart and doing it, and that's what she's done. But to your current question, it's so funny how most times when people see a pretty face or they see someone that is maybe frail, people think they can walk over you. Yes, people, somehow people feel
like
yes, they feel you don't have substance. They underestimate you.
Yeah.
Yes, and so for so long, I've been that person.
Okay.
People tend to underestimate
you. I find it hard to believe, but let me take this call from Prince Ademola Ogudu, and then we'll continue that.
All right.
Prince Ademola, good morning.
I'm with you.
Please go ahead. Prince Ademola, we can hear you. I mean, you're on. You can speak to us.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
All of you are looking fantastic this morning, you're dressing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Regarding the issue of Natasha and Co. It's good for women to support women. But at the same time, we should all look from the genesis of the situation. Changing of arrangement of city in Hello Chamber is sacrifice to everybody. That is, everybody must know. But at the same time, nobody determines Natasha about of city or anything. But this is that if all of you here are ladies, if somebody accuses your husband in office where he's working, that is harassment to his colleague in office. What is your view? If you're not okay, don't worry.
Remember how mom used to wake up before everybody?
Like I was saying to other person, Akpabio is a man. He has a wife, he has a children at home, which he has to defend himself. But Natasha was not. The issue is that he hasn't proved the allegation that it is true that it's sexual harassment. First, the issue of the arrangement of city arrangement and that thing, they asked her to stay on his allotted chair for her to speak out. He refused to do that. This is a road. Is not the implementation issue or not implementation. This is pure. To me, I don't want to say foul language yet. To me, it's not good.
Okay.
For the staff as the senator, open when the system was open on the television. At least, like other people are telling her to go and sit at the election chair so they can speak out, but it's not to do that. So please, all of you should be able to know that it's not this organization or this allegation of sexual harassment started from changing of state arrangement. If it's all of you, your husband will be alleged that he's harassed somebody, do what the man to keep quiet at that time, please.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Prince.
you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Prince Ademola.
It's so funny how I will go through an experience or feel I'm a victim or victimized about something, and then other people have the opinion to say, oh no, that's not your experience. You shouldn't feel that way. Why should you feel that way? It's so funny. Women keep getting that, but that is what it is. If someone says have an experience or they went through an experience or they feel victimized, it's valid. And so back to what I was saying, what you were saying about being audacious or being
at the cost of it.
Being at the cost of it. Before you say, oh, I want to stand up for something, I want to have a voice, I want to speak up on something, you should also be grounded in what you want to do. Which, for example, because everything I'm going to also relate it to what we're talking about with Natasha. She understands the law, right? She's grounded.
Yeah.
She makes sure that she has a team to understand every single thing, that she feels victimized against or she feels happened to her, which is her experience. So it's one thing to be informed, to have information. It's another thing that when you don't have information, to make sure that you have the resources to have that information, right? It's also important to have people. Power is important when you want to have a voice. Martin Luther King was able to have a voice because he had the power and he had the resources to back it up. So before you fight, it's okay to fight. It's okay to have a voice. But you need to, first of all, know yourself and know the timing for the fight. Because most times it's okay to have a voice, but then it's not the time, it's not the right time, because maybe you don't have the resources, you don't have the power backing it to be able to see that fight through. Because if you don't have those things, before the fight even starts, you've lost. But when you know yourself and the fight comes, and then you make sure that you're prepared and you're ready, then you see that thing through. And that's what has happened in this situation. We can see that she has a supportive husband, she has the resources, she has the wherewithal in terms of intelligence, information, the law, knowledge of the law, and that is why she has gotten this far. So that's why
So, you know, I really like to come back to that, but I think we have Emeka from Bauchi on the line. Emeka. Oh, we've lost him. You know, I was going to say I wanted to come back to that, because another thing with this Natasha issue is that it's been touted to be like gender wars. Oh, it's because she's a woman that this has happened to her. She's being treated unfairly because she's a woman. In fact, some people also said it's because she's a woman she's getting away with this bad behavior. There have been other men who have done things like that and they had to come back and apologize, but she's a woman, so we're giving her some leeway. So those are the kind of conversations, you know, that have come up because of it. And yet, within her support or her circle of support are her husband and many other men, you know. So is this really about gender, or is it just pure injustice? Have we seen this done differently towards other men? Because I know of, do you remember the former governor of Edo State? I know he had to come and apologize for something he had said, you know. I've seen other senators, you know, or those members of House of Reps that had to apologize for something they had said.
Compelled, or their personality, because she was compelled to apologize. She just chose not to. So others might choose to. You might find, they can ask all of us here to apologize for something, and somebody say, I'm not going to apologize. And me, I say, sorry, on behalf of her, sorry, let's go on. So it's personality of those involved. I wanted to talk about, the last, was everything talk to wife and husband matter? Like, how did we get this conversation from where we are coming from to, if your husband and if the wife, an accusation,
We're allowed to
really
understand
think
things
that,
at
yes,
different levels.
we look at things in different ways, and while that is part of the conversation, it's part of the global, the full picture, it is not all that happened. The part that she had emphasized on, and it's the way they keep saying, if you say that you're being harassed, you should prove that you're being harassed. If you say that you were raped, you should prove that you're raped. The pressure is always on the woman to prove that. Yes, the victim proving is not. I feel we should listen and we should empathize, because we've all been, every woman will tell you they've been in a situation where they felt unsafe, they felt taken advantage of, even strong women. So men might not understand it, but don't just sweep it into how would the wife feel when the husband finds out. Even the wife has probably been harassed, because as women, majority, they say 4 in 5.
That's a number. Yes. We have a call. We have a caller. Adebayo. Good morning,
Hello.
Adebayo.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Quick one. Tope, I actually know your husband. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's a great guy. And I know he says so many good things about you. How would you feel if you go online and someone is trolling your husband? That is a great guy that I know, and is accusing your husband of sexual harassment, and she doesn't come out for 6 months to defend, to provide evidences. And she comes back to the house and you're saying she won. Women standing for women. No, I don't have a problem with women standing for women, but I equally do not accept that you're going to ruin someone's name, someone's family. How do you expect the children to feel when they go out that the father is being accused of such a grave offense? And in 6 months, come on, it's not fair. I don't have anything against her, but she hasn't done the womenhood any good by her conduct. You don't come back like a thug to the house and say you've won. What have you won? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely. We need to stand by each other. I'm going to stand with Akpabio. I'm not saying Akpabio, but I would not take it lightly if anybody accuses me of something I'm denying. And you can't prove it. You've not proven it. You've not made any effort to prove it.
But Adebayo,
have a nice day.
Okay. Thank you, Adebayo. So we know that the accusation that she had alleged against the Senate President, we know that that particular case is in court, and they're going to discuss it. So this was really about her conduct, you know, while she, on that particular day where they had moved her seat. And she has taken that punishment, which was a 6-month suspension, and she's done that. So that's what we're talking about. Now, concerning the allegation, that's a whole different matter. And we'll see as the court, you know, plays
the court played out this one too, and the time was up.
Yes.
But
so let's go on a short break, and when we'll come back, we'll continue our conversation. Please stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun. My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top your view pigeon.
Thank you for staying with us. I know, Tope, you wanted to respond to our last caller.
Yes, Mr. Adebayo, I feel that when people internalize, when you get so angry at accusation, there's iota of truth to the accusation. You know, what he asked was, if somebody comes out and says that your husband, the amazing guy, thank you for saying my husband is amazing, he's amazing. Somebody comes to accuse your amazing husband, the husband that I know, except I have a doubt already in my mind about him, what we will do, I trust him. We know we have said the truth to ourselves. We don't bother ourselves with a liar outside because that is a non-issue, is a non-entity. If we feel that is an issue that can become a damage to his name in future, we'll take it to court where we can deal with it. And this case is already in court. So we should stop getting emotional. And I know that we can't stop emotional conversation. But when we do emotion without dealing with the law, or we don't deal with the crux of the matter, which is that a cause also comes out a cause. If you have issues with trust, there was already betrayal within the family. So I cannot speak to the character or the person of the Senate President. I can only speak to my own character, my husband, to the extent that I know him. And when we have that conversation, and I know I trust my husband, and he tells me there's nothing going on, end of discussion. I don't face the woman. It's like when they find two people cheating, and then you now go and beat the lady. The housewife goes to beat the lady. I'm like, why? We need to stop pitting ourselves against each other. Face your own.
I know Ramatu would like to jump in, but I was just going to say that we also forget that the wife of the Senate President actually came out and defended her husband. And I think as a wife, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, so what I wanted to add is that sexual allegations are very serious. It's a very serious one. The only problem I see here is not, even if it happened or it did not happen, I don't know. I can't say it happened. But the timing is just the problem. She wouldn't have brought it now that, you know, she has issues at the Senate. Maybe she should have done it before the issue, or, you know, before the issue at the Senate, or afterwards, after the thing would have died down a long time ago, then she would have brought that sexual thing. However, I can't decide for her. You understand? So she can, maybe this was the time for her to bring it up. That's fine.
Okay, so you're saying it's her prerogative whenever she decides to bring it up. But let me take this call from, we'll continue after. We'll take this call from Ajike. Ajike from Lekki. Good morning, Ajike.
Good morning, my dear ladies.
Good morning.
I must say that I admire the contribution of each one of you.
Thank you.
But I must pinpoint that Tope is actually like she's sitting inside my mind. So Tope, I really back you 100% your views this morning. Ladies, I do notice that the two men who have fought, the prince and the man that claims he knows Tope's husband, can you see where they're coming from? They still believe that women are supposed to serve them on their knees. They still believe that ladies, women are underdogs. Even though we're in a world of educated women. I am pretty of the old school. Thank God I'm very well read. Thank God I've been to quite a number of places. In the modern world, would a woman be thinking about somebody spoiling my husband's name? Rather than in your bedroom, you have a discussion with your husband. And if it is not true, then okay, that's between you and him. She's not supposed to carry a flag and come and fight on behalf of her husband. And I must say that the Senate President's wife, thank you for being in the background. But then why are these men that phoned in this morning talking about what would my wife think and what would you do?
It's too close to
yes, I have held very responsible positions in my profession, and I have gone through similar torture. And when I try to cry out, it was a case of, oh, just keep quiet, don't vex, just forget about it.
Yeah.
And therefore, I am pained till today because the men, well, in the world of men that we are in, I was privileged to become a national president. And when I pointed out what was wrong, it was a case of, oh, she's a woman. You know, women are always looking to talk or whatever. So just forget it. I am strongly behind a woman that is bold enough, like Natasha. We are all not made the same at all. I am just like Tope. I will just swallow it and tell myself, forget it. But then I am pained. But if we can find a few people like Natasha that can stand up and say, I'm going to go all the way, we should support her. We should back her. We should make her understand, and other women that are bold like her know that, yes, we are human beings, we are well-read, and we can stand for it. The former president of the United States of America, I've forgotten his name, who had this kind of accusation. You remember? I can't remember his name right now. He also did vie to become president. We never had her own flag on another side and begging all women to support her, to support her husband. No, civilized society. So please, Natasha, go ahead. Prove what you want to prove. I will support a bold girl. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you, Ajike, for your contributions, ladies.
And like what that lady said, that nice girls never get a corner office. I think in Nigeria, we need to define what sexual harassment is. It's so funny how so many women are being harassed every day. They don't even know they are being harassed. Yes, even simple things. I said, in a workplace, a man should not even overstep. Even certain compliments. It's sexual harassment. Certain people touching you in a certain way. And so, I say my wife, my office girlfriend. There's so many things that is sexual harassment. We don't even know what that entails. You're being harassed and you don't even know. And the men have taken it as a norm, as is normal. Like, it's not sexual harassment, it's normal now. My office wife, you're looking beautiful today. You make some unruly comments and everything. No, it is unacceptable. So if we don't even understand what sexual harassment means, the definition, people are overstepping their boundaries every day at workplaces and otherwise. So this,
and if you complain, they wonder
why she's too sensitive. Why is she also uptight? She's too uptight. She's too sensitive. You're sexually harassing me, but you don't even know it, and people around don't see it because they don't know better. So it's sad.
Yeah, so you wanted to ask me. So that topic went from
to
sexual
no. I even like how we have come to this part of the conversation. You know, I didn't want us to make it about the sexual allegations she had made about the Senate president, but I think we can discuss sexual harassment generally in the workplace. I have had personal experiences of my own, of where there are people that, you know, that from the outside, you know, well-respected people. You would never believe if I was to tell you that my own experience with that person was so different. You know, like someone we respect, this person is an upright citizen. It's not possible. So things like that have happened so many times, and you hear women keep quiet about it. Would you say that there's a lesson for our younger, like what would we want to teach our younger girls coming up, you know, about how to express themselves when they find themselves in such situations, especially when we know that the pushback can be quite hard. And secondly, for me, I think I want to add is, what is the responsibility of all the women who are older when someone younger than us with less resources, as you mentioned, or with less support, how do you, as older women, support such a person?
Should I?
Yeah.
So
okay, we have a call before we take that. We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Benga, good morning.
My name is Benga. Good morning to the ladies there. I always look forward to see these beautiful ladies discuss issues.
Thank you.
No, we are there to enlighten, to educate, and to inform ourselves. Now, the issue of Natasha, that he won't be covered for injustice. Yes, it's good to fight your right. He has the liberty, he has the right to fight for justice and to see that justice is done. But at the same time, you have to look at it. If you look at it, we are looking more on the allegation of sexual harassment, more than what happened at the chamber. If Madam Natasha has reported and made noise about this sexual harassment, when it happened, I will have been one of her supporters. But coming with the issue of sexual harassment, after she misbehaved, however, she was unruly in the chamber, a hallowed chamber, hallowed, holy temple of law, where Nigeria representatives are where to discuss Nigerian matter. I will not buy into that. I thought, and I'm seeing that as a distraction.
Okay.
Yes, he has been punished. He has had a punishment. That is good. She can pursue a sexual harassment with iron cast evidence. He that alleges has the burden of proof. I want her to stop all this social media and the rest. Let her pursue that to the logical conclusion. For you to accuse somebody's father, somebody's husband, uncle, relative as a womanizer and this and that, years after his audacity was committed, I think that's a problem there. If you look at the dates you quoted, after that, you have been seeing her having pictures, travel with the same Senate president to many international events, and having selfie or something with him. He did not raise the issue of harassment at that time. Why is it that after she misbehaved in a hallowed chamber, you now remember this man has been harassing me sexually? To me, I will not buy into that gimmick to cover her for our misbehavior. So let's, you women there, what happened in that chamber, and she represented the women folk very well in the chamber. As in that studio now, there's a setup there. If you come tomorrow morning and the management has to change your chair or your arrangement, will you suspend the program and say, no, we'll not have this until they tell us the reason why they change my chair now? You have to have your program. You cannot go and ask the leadership, why the arrangement changed? They answered that day that say, look, when you want to raise objection, go to your seat. Then you can listen to you. Say, no, I will not go. I want to know the reason why this was done before I go there. I think she does not represent the women code and the constituency or senatorial district very well in that area. Let us pursue the issue of women sexual harassment and pursue our justice. But that behavior is not something we should comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Benga, for your contributions. Do we have messages? Yes, but just to respond to him, he really made a case for, first of all, that the conversation really is how she, as we said earlier, how she acted in, why she served the 6-month punishment was the way she conducted herself, that she should have done it a bit more, there's a procedure, there's a hierarchy, there's a method in which to express your grievances, but it seemed like she did not take that into consideration. But I thought that also she served the suspension, she served the punishment for that, and she's back to do the job. Now, but we hear this constantly where callers are saying, what if it's your husband that has been accused? What if it's someone you know that has been accused? I want to ask a question back to the ladies and to them is, what if your daughter came and said to you that she had been harassed by someone that you respect or a boss at work? Would you say to her to keep quiet and not talk about it because the boss is bigger than her? Because it's easier to say to another woman, why are you talking now? Why didn't you talk then? But what if it was your daughter? How would you respond to something like that? She's crying and looking to you and say, give me. This has nothing to do with the allegation. Please, this is so different from the allegation that the senator has made against the Senate president. I'm just asking. I just really want to know how we think if it is somebody that we know and love, that comes to such a situation.
Yeah, I'm going to hug my daughter and applaud her for even having the bravery to share something that vulnerable with me and trusting me to the point that she's willing to share that. And, all I keep hearing from the callers is, why is the timeline where somebody reports a case of sexual harassment? And it is not for anybody to say or to tell you at what point you're comfortable or something triggers you to be able to speak out. People take 10 years to speak out. People take a lifetime to speak out. People, before it's in their memoirs that you hear what happened to them. People speak up immediately. We're all wired differently. Some people speak up for different reasons, maybe a trigger or something. And obviously, from what has happened, we can see that something triggered her own response. Yeah. But that being said, I would tell my daughter to pursue the case to the full extent of the law.
Thank you, Amaka. And I believe that, unfortunately, we can't we can't discuss more of the issue because of time. But, I feel that there are lots of lessons to learn from what has happened with her coming back and also with the calls that we have received today and your opinions. Thank you, ladies. Let's go on a short break. And when we'll come back, we'll continue with the show.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids. Milo 3-in-1 is such a smart choice. Milo, energy to go further.
From Nestle.
Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
With Glovo, you've got the city at your fingertips. Hanging out with friends and craving fried chicken or smoky jollof with fried plantain? Order on Glovo and receive it in minutes. Running low on toiletries? Don't panic, Glovo's got you. Order on Glovo and receive it in minutes. Family time deserves quality food, so treat them to a sweet surprise. Yummy. Track the rider in real time as your order makes its way to you. Download Glovo, order anything you want and receive it in minutes.
Oh, remember how mom used to wake up before everybody to make breakfast, iron our uniform? Let's surprise that woman with something special.
Reward your mom with a trip to Zanzibar in the 2025 Three Crowns Mom of the Year competition. Write a note using each letter in your mom's name and submit with any of these on our website or at any of our collection centers. T's and C's apply.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We cash. The game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
Thank you for staying with us. Today on our Women We Love segment is Barrister Mrs. Honorament Briggs, Executive Chairman of Edo State's TVET Board, is a legal practitioner and education leader driving reforms in both public and private education. Formerly head of the Edo State Universal Basic Education Board, she improved teacher support and governance. Now, she's modernizing vocational training, updating curricula in ICT, engineering, hospitality, and agriculture, upgrading facilities and building industry partnerships to link training with jobs. Known for accountability and learner protection, she's dedicated to equipping Edo's youth with the skills and confidence for the future of work. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Barrister Mrs. Honorament Briggs, a trailblazer, reformer, and a woman we truly love. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And to our viewers, you can join us by calling us on 0201-635-2013 or 0902-416-3440. And you can also tweet us at TVC Entertainment using the hashtag #YourView on TVC. Welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you
so Women We Love segment, definitely. We always just bring women, you know, who are doing very well, wherever they find themselves. And your story has been quite an inspiration, and we just felt that it is important to share it with people. You know, a lot of times we see people, when we meet successful people, we meet them at the peak, or, you know, while they are ascending. But there's usually a backstory. So we're hoping that this opportunity for conversation we'll have, you'll be able to tell us how you became who you are today. Well, I guess before going to the personal, it's just what you've done for Edo State. Tell us why you have dedicated yourself so much to education in Edo State.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here. And I've been watching you guys for a very long time. Actually, my husband introduced me to your view. And so I want to first and foremost appreciate him for his support.
That's so sweet.
I love you. Yes, in Edo State education, like you know, I'm a lawyer, but along the line, I'm the fourth of 6 children. So 4th girl. So we are 5 girls and a brother who is the last. So, and my dad taught us that he wanted to train us as men, not as women. So you can do anything that you set your mind to. So after reading law in Ibenjo University, I went ahead and did my master's in oil and gas law. But I came back and he said, why do you want to go and work in an oil company when you can work for the family business, which was construction? So I left Abuja and went to my village, Urumi, Edo State, and started working for the company. And there I learned a lot of things about construction, you know, road construction, asphalt, and, you know, all the things that you can think of in construction, both bridges and all of that. And there I was working with men, because in construction you see more of men than women. But I became a leader to men, so to say, you know, and it was a bit challenging because first and foremost, this small child, this small girl, you know, what do you know? But along the line, they saw that it's not just about being a woman or being a young person, but it's the zeal and the mind towards it. So it helped me, built me in that area of construction, and, you know, things that I was not afraid to be in the midst of men anymore. Then after that, we built our family business in education. So and he just called me up one day and said, now I was married, so I've moved, I've left Urumi, and I've gone to join my husband, so we're in Warri then. And he said, let's start a school. And I was like, start a school? How? You know, then I wasn't as patient as I am now. So I know how it is. Children, patience, and all of that. But God blessed me with 3 boys. And so my, thank you. And so you see, my dad told me the first day when I was pregnant for my last son, my dad said, you know, you are like a child that he gave a fowl to. So when you want a child to settle down in their village. You give a fowl to the child and say, take care of the fowl. So you will now put all his focus on the fowl. So you will not do another thing. So that was like that's why God has blessed me with 3 boys, so that I don't have time to be doing something everywhere and concentrating on it. And he said, I've seen what you are doing with your boys. I'm sure you can do this. So this is a lawyer going into education. How am I going to do that? Plus the impatient parts, you know. So I went to the school where my kids were, and I told the proprietor, I said, I need help. I'm about to start a school. I don't know what to do. And she said, it's easy. The way I see you, PTA, you're always there. So I'm one of those parents that PTA, you're always there, this, you know, and everything. So, and she said, you can do it. And she gave me all the support, and some other women that gave me the support. And so I went back to Uromi. I set up a school. By the grace of God, that school have bettered 2 other schools and a nursing school on the way.
Wow.
And it's just within a space of 7 years.
And
along the line, the governor, God bless his soul, he also saw me as a woman that has grown something from little to what it is now. We started with about 100 and something. We're over 1,000 now.
Wow.
And 3 schools. We're over 1,000 now. And he said, come and join me in my government.
Amazing.
You are young, you are an educationist, you are a lawyer, but I'm sure you can do it.
Thank you, Barrister Briggs. I'm sure that other ladies have more questions.
Yeah, so at the very beginning when you went to was there at any point where you felt like, no, I can't continue here, I'm going back home, you know, the stress is much and everything, because you're moving from an urban, you know, with all the whole, you know, flashy thing, and then you're going to the village where, you know, you know how lifestyle in the village is. So did you at any point feel like, I'm going back home, I'm not doing this?
A whole lot. Then I wasn't even married.
Okay, sorry, Barrister, before you go into that, let's go on a short commercial break, and when we'll come back, we'll continue with our conversation.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Play! Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
In today's fast-paced world, your health can't wait, not even at work. Introducing the Gate Gold Office Exercise Bike, your desk-friendly wellness solution. Combat workplace sluggishness, improve blood circulation, burn calories, boost your energy, and stay laser-focused. Need recovery or a gentle fitness routine? Meet the cross-recumbent rehabilitation and recovery bike, ideal for physiotherapy, the elderly, or anyone on a wellness recovery journey. From premium gym equipment to rehabilitative machines, Gate Gold Nigeria Limited has been a pioneer in the fitness industry, empowering thousands across Nigeria. Call us 24/7 or email. Visit us in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, or Onitsha. Paddle your way to productivity. Gate Gold Nigeria, empowering your wellness journey.
Breaking news. The home is under. Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient. It's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is the major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say na my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, no make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we not say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Look, we not even take responsibility for the children. Please the man. And that's some poria.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thank you for staying with us. We still have Dr. Briggs here with us. Amaka, you're about.
Yes. So for me, I see that you're public servants recently appointed. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yes. So I love to, as a Nigerian, I love to know what's your mandate for this particular position. What are your plans?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. You know, like you rightly said, I was in Subeb, and before I was redeployed to TVET. And TVET is technical and vocational education, a board, you know, and training actually. So it is in 3 aspects. There is technical, which is the technical schools, where they age school children from 13 to 16. You know. Then the vocational aspect is the non-age students, you know, but I want to learn vocational jobs, you know, outside of the regular, you came to my salon to learn. So, you know, that's another aspect of it. Then the training aspect of it, where we train children, train teachers, children, and even our partners, so private partners. So we, you know, the government cannot do everything.
Yes.
So what we do in TVET is have these schools, these technical colleges, where these children come and learn practical work. So it's 70% practical and 30% theory. I will tell myself, if I had ever known about technical colleges like it was this good, I don't think I would have gone to Presentation National High School. Yes, I think I would have gone to a technical school, you know, because at the end of the day, I went into construction and all of that. So I think I would have done that. So I think we don't talk so much about it.
Yeah.
And that's actually the new phase of building our economy in Nigeria, in Edo State and everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I know that there's a new initiative where the Minister of Education and, of course, our President is pushing pushing towards technical and vocational in Nigeria. They are releasing funds right now for that, for the new initiative, even giving stipends to students of the technical college, just to encourage them to come in and study it. So now what we do is we help those children make sure that they learn the practical aspects. So they are not so concerned about, oh, I want to go to university. So we encourage them that knowing this and going to polytechnic to further, we actually help them to build self-reliance and also to empower themselves and also be employable. You know, because not everybody will start their own business. So I call it, you know, when you say technical vocation, I just call it creative education. You know, you create something, whether you are in somebody's business or whether you are employed or you have your own business, you know. So, and we are particular with women. You know, because they are vulnerable. You know, so we're also particular with gender-based violence. You know, we is zero tolerance to gender-based violence, because when these people have gone through this, you need somewhere to put them to help them get out from that trauma and all of that. So, like even in Edo State, we have some shelter. I work with the Women Affairs and the Office of the First Lady. The last time we gave out training and kits for CNG to 50 women in Edo State, just to build them into that aspect. And you know, mainly in this technical and vocational, apart from catering, garment making, and what is maybe leather works, they are the only feminine, so to say, feminine things. So, but what we do is to encourage young people to go into welding and fabrication. In fact, when I see some of my students doing welding in our colleges, I do video and I post. I'm like, wow, you know, I'm encouraging them. You know, in mechanics, you know, we're also encouraging mentors, other women that are already into these things, like lady mechanic, and there's somebody that came from the diaspora. They call themselves Women Helping Women. They opened a hub in Edo State for people, and they also put a crèche. So you might have a baby and you're out of school, you have where to put your kids and learn the skill.
Is it the same Edo that we hear about? So, but
you need to come. I know you come there for something.
Yes, I'd like to stay on you, on your journey. You're a woman of many parts and abilities. You're a mother, wife, engineer by experience, now educationist, you know, and it just takes, I just feel like it takes a whole lot to be able to keep reinventing yourself and being open. Now you are going into government and policy making. What do you think are your core strengths and attributes that allows you this level of confidence to diversify at any point in time? Because somebody is watching and thinking, I cannot even imagine that I studied oil and gas and I went to Uromi. I went from Aberdeen and Abuja to Uromi. Like, please just tell us.
Okay, you know, we talked a little bit about family. You can't really do many of these things without the help of God, first and foremost. I'm a Christian. And support. Family, you know, friends, you know, like Amaka. You understand?
So you know Amaka?
So much.
I'm surprised that her voice is low. Like as if she's talking so quiet. I'm wondering, like, and when did this voice now change? Education. Wow, education.
So, like I said, my husband has actually really been a great support. He's not afraid to have his wife being on TV. Like today he did school run and everything. You know, since morning he has been on the phone, video call, how far, are you ready? You know, he wrote the whole thing and sent to me, you know, that kind of thing. So it helps with the family first and foremost. Then I also was, by the grace of God, was able to train my boys. So I have an adopted daughter, by the way, although she's in the university now. I also trained my sons to live without me. Because they will leave anyway.
Exactly. Thank you.
So they can actually stay without me right from when they were Mrs. 10 now, you know, and it has been, then of course when you have support like people like our governor that looked at me as a young person, a woman to give this position to, you know, so men are a big support system to women. If our men support us, there's nothing you cannot do. So apart from women supporting women, yes, women can support women, but if the men don't support you, it will be more difficult because they will see it as women are just being biased, you know, because she's a woman.
Yeah, they will feel like it's not genuine, like it's not supporting for support's sake.
Because you also want to do that same thing, you know. But when the man is saying, oh, go ahead, keep going, it makes it easy. And, you know, God, you know, prayers. It's stressful though. Like I learned from, I'm sorry, like I learned from Tara. I can't remember if she even remembers this. She came for a program in Warri then. She said, when they say balance family and career, it doesn't mean you're always like this or always put so. No, there are times that the family is falling and the career is like this. What you do is pick up the family. Then later on, the career is falling, you pick up the family. So you're always
such a
like,
great analogy.
Yes, you're always shaking. So it's not like you're always perfect, you know. So there are times that, of course, I cry. And I'm just tired.
You're tired, exactly. So, you know, when you're running stuff like this, at the end of the day, I just want to ask you, what's your end goal? Like, what does the future look like at the end of
what do you see the next 5-10 years?
Where will you be?
Are we having our first female governor of those states?
You know,
anything can happen. It's big because I've learned to dream very big. In politics, I think I will go far.
Hey,
and I want to go far.
I love you.
Like
I love the confidence to just say it.
I you know, go deep into the politics and see so much change I can bring in, because even in my little area, I'm showing me that you do not have to actually do it the wrong way to be there. Somebody has told me, how can you be in politics and you don't drink alcohol? I'm like, because my eye is already too sharp. I drink alcohol during this one.
But I want to ask the last question, please. That so is there an age limit for, I know for the vocational training, is there a chance where they can now start also doing like as a master's program, where someone like me now as an oil and gas lawyer, I can decide now that I want to go into vocational training and learn other things and then, you know, pursue a career path from there?
The qualification, NSQ, is national scale qualification. It has a PhD equivalent.
Nice.
So the more you keep going, you keep going,
your skill set increases.
Yes, and it's recognized globally.
Because I'm going to apply.
Yes, please.
You know, you mentioned the support system. I would like to go back there again, just your backstory, you know. You mentioned your father, you mentioned your husband. I know that, yes, it's important to get that support from men, but I was wondering if there are any women in your life who have supported you, and in what way?
Oh, of course. Like, first and foremost, my mother.
Yeah.
She also learned, you know, let me quickly say this. I'm actually a product of vocational. My parents are not university graduates, you know, so my dad did iron bending and grew and became what he is today. My mom was into sewing, garment making. So one of my sisters even took that from her now. You know, so you see, she was a mother, you know, and also provided. So women, she is a woman. Then my older sisters, like I will always go back to them for anything. You know, they said if your sister is not giving you, your senior sister is not giving you money, you can sue her. I told them that I will sue you if you're not giving me money. So they are there. Then, like I said, some women in the educational system that really helped me. I call her Sister Lara and Mrs. Jenyo, the owner of Crestview School in Warri. They supported me to where I am. And even right now, the coordinator of the First Lady's office in Edo State, then the Commissioner of Women Affairs. These are people that have been in government for a while, so or in politics, and they just keep pushing. Yes, accept, and they say, hey, come. Do this, you can do that, you know, that kind of thing. So, and of course, you people.
Thank you for mentioning us.
Because like I said, my husband was like, you have to be listening to these people. So I started following all of you on social media.
Whoa, you don't say.
This is
Thank you.
years back, you know, and I keep watching your view.
And here you are.
My baby girl
now joined us, and here you are. I'm here now. Yes, you're with us. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Barrister Mrs. Honorament Briggs. We really enjoyed, you know, picking your brain and understanding what makes you who you are today. Thank you very much, ladies, for today's conversation. And that's all we can take on today's show. See you tomorrow. Bye.